A very good evening to all of you. Here I'm back after a gap of few days. I had been suffering from fever and sore throat for some time, and that is why I couldn't make videos for you. In this video, I am going to talk to you about 20-point peace plan or the ceasefire plan by the US administration for Gaza. To begin, we must start from the date 7th October 2023 when Israel was attacked by Hamas terrorists. They took 250 innocent Israelis as hostages. After that, Israel retaliated and went all out against the Hamas terrorists with a firm resolve to neutralize each and every terrorist involved in a fight against Israel at one point or the other. After 2 years, the next 2 years have been almost completed. Gaza has been totally destroyed by Israeli missiles, bombs, and IDF Israeli Defense Forces. There has been UNGA resolution in which 144 UNGA members called for establishment of a Palestinian state for a peaceful resolution of the Palestine and Israel issue in the Middle East. There have been worldwide protests in favor of the creation of Palestinian state. European countries have already extended their support to the creation of Palestinian state. Under pressure from all sides, the US government and the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu have come up with a ceasefire plan for Gaza region. What does the ceasefire plan have in its what are the plans, or what are all the points of the plan? We will discuss in this video. First of all, the Hamas terrorists must disarm themselves, must surrender their weapons, and vow not to ever launch any attack on Israel and put Israeli security at stake. They have to do it first. They must commit to send back the hostages held by the Hamas cadre. Those who have died, the hostages who have died in their captivity, their remains must be handed over to Israel. The Hamas leadership, including its terrorists, must commit never to take up arms against the Israeli government or put Israeli people in danger in future. And those who will promise or commit themselves to never wage war against Israel, they will be given amnesty. They will be allowed to go anywhere if they like to go to Qatar, Oman, Bahrain, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, or any other country they wish to go and settle there. They are free. They will not be held back and prosecuted or punished, or there will be no restriction on them. It has been proposed by the peace plan made by the US administration for the Gaza region. Let us also have a look at what kind of a government will there be in place which will oversee the transitional phase, the vacuum that is left after the war, when the idea of Israeli defense forces withdraw themselves from the region. Which defense forces will secure the region? Who will oversee the development work and rehabilitation and reconstruction of Gaza? In this 20-point ceasefire plan, there will be a transitional government, Gaza International Transitional Government, GITA, which will be this government will also have under it a technocratic, apolitical Palestinian authority which will be implementing the policies, oversee the developmental works in the region, and above all will be a board of peace which will be headed by the US President Donald Trump will be at the top of that. It will be a board of peace. There will be at least 10 members, maximum 10 members in the board, and there will be members from Arab countries as well, and some other world leaders, but mostly they will be business billionaires of Donald Trump's choices, whoever he chooses to be the member in the board of peace. This is, let us see in a hierarchical manner. When you put it in a hierarchy, there will be the board of peace at the top, which will be headed by the President Trump, and his decision, his say will be the final in the governance of the transitional government. Then under it will be the transitional government, which will be headed by a former British Prime Minister, the Prime Minister Tony Blair. We will discuss his role here. And then will be an apolitical, technocratic group, apolitical, technocratic group, technocratic, apolitical Palestinian government. It means there will be a representation of the Palestinian people in this government as well, but their work will be to monitor the development work, the municipal amenities and basic facilities to the people, and facilitate the aid to the people, that the aid can flow freely to the people, the famished population gets enough food to eat. All these things will be looked after by this technocratic political Palestinian government, a political Palestinian government. So you have put it in layer, in a hierarchical manner. On the top of it will be board of peace. There will be 10 or 8 or 10 members headed by the president of America. Then will be the TTG, transitional temporary transitional government, and then will be the technocratic apolitical Palestinian government. Here the voice of the Palestinians is missing in the decision making. They will not have their independent voice in the decision making. The decision makers will be Tony Blair, who will head the TTG, transitional government in Gaza, and it will be the voice of another white man, Mr. Donald J. Trump. Two white men at the helm of the governance of Gaza. As you have already seen that this peace plan is tilted towards Israel. It's pro-Israel. It is alleged. It is in a way this is said to be tilted towards, and it's not false. It's true. It's not false. No one can deny the fact that it's tilted towards Israel. It is perfectly aligned with the objectives of Israel. As you have already seen that Donald Trump has been craving for a Nobel Peace Prize. If this plan is successful, he can hope for a clear path for getting Nobel Peace Prize. There have been three other names of Nobel Peace Prize from the Middle East. When something bad happened in the Middle East region, a peace prize came out of it. There have been two Israeli prime ministers who have got a peace prize. Menachem Begin got a peace prize after Camp David Accord in 1979. Arjen Rabin, he also got a peace prize of the Oslo Accord 1993. There is another Palestinian name, that of Yasser Arafat, who got peace prize, Nobel Peace Prize in 1994. Let us see some other aspects. Iran has not been included in this kind of government to manage the affairs of Gaza, the transitional government. Iran has, as I have already told you, been weakened by US bombings of late, and Israeli actions on it. Tehran have already weakened it. Hamas and Hezbollah have already been decimated. It was an opportune moment for Donald Trump to strike a peace deal at this time when the opposition is totally flat. But this is not without challenges for Trump as well. People are pointing a finger at him. When a name like Jared Kushner comes up, who is Jared Kushner? Jared Kushner is son-in-law of Donald Trump, who has business interests in the Middle East. It is said that Tony Blair, the UK Prime Minister, who is going to head the temporary transitional government, has also some business interest in the region. He will be getting contracts to rebuild Gaza. One thing to note here is that if such a situation arises, there will be a grave fault on the part of the big names, and that can lead to further simmering discontent in the region. What will a peace deal like this have as an impact on India? It will have a positive impact on India because we have 90 lakh people in the region. 90 lakh Indian nationals are working in the Middle East region, and if there is peace, we will be also breathing a sigh of relief. After all, peace is an urgent necessity at the time in the region. So many of the Arab countries had committed to invest in India, and that investment meant will flow to India at this crucial juncture when the economy of the world is on the downslide. There is a hope that India, Middle East, Europe corridor will also see the light of the day in future if the plan is carried out smoothly and the beginning is made from here. This is what I had to tell in this video. What we have seen in this video is that what the US and the Israelis want at this time in Gaza, when the world has gone against them. The UNGA has passed a resolution in favor of Palestinian state. The peace ceasefire plan was a necessity for them. Otherwise, there would have been an isolation looming large on them. There is also a visible discontent among the pro-Palestinian group because their voice is not being heard. When the government is formed, it will be without the voice of the Palestinians, the temporary government, temporary transitional government headed by Tony Blair. I had told you that Tony Blair is the longest serving Labour Prime Minister in UK. He is known for his interventionist policies, humanitarian interventionist policies. He believed that wherever there was tension in the world, the humanitarian interventionism is quite necessary. He brought laurels sometimes due to this interventionist approach. He helped many regimes as well. He did a good job in Northern Ireland, Sierra Leone, and Kosovo. These are the success stories of his interventionist policies. But in 2003, he provoked, in a way, provoked George W. Bush of US, the president at the time, to attack Iraq. He told the US administration that Saddam Hussein was holding weapons of mass destruction, and the Terrorists from Iraq pose a threat not only to US but to the whole world. And under this belief, he brought a bad name to British government itself. He is not liked in the Middle East region because of that. The Middle East doesn't like a person like Tony Blair, and he has been made the head of that. In short, the world must be watching carefully over the developments that take place. And one thing to note here is that this is the critical moment for Gaza at this time, and there should not be fishing in the hot water of Gaza. Thank you for watching my video.